Wait, sorry.
Are we live? I think, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome back to another episode of Talking with Rafael with your host, Rafa, and the Erwin Show, respectfully, with your host, Erwin. Hold on, bro. I think I put you muted. What's
I
up, bro?
know you did. What's going on, bro? How you doing? Another night, another podcast, another live stream out here. Before anything, first off, please hit the like button, share with your friends and family. You know, we're here live here today. And also hit the follow buttons right below us. We have our IGs and our Twitter accounts here. Hit the follow button and, come and join us today with another great episode here today with episode 56. All right, Rafa, how you doing, man?
56. What's up? Thank you so much. Like Erwin says, make sure you hit the like button, comment down below, and let us know and share with your friends and family. Without further ado, we have a few topics here going on that we forgot to talk about yesterday, man. I feel like we kind of like brushed it off.
Right.
One of them is Gary Bell actually retired at 33 from both club and international games. So, excuse me, and in the Harper and Stars, I'm gonna put that on. I'm gonna definitely put that on. But and then I know you don't want to talk about it, but I do. KD is injured with the spring MCL, and he's out for 2 to 3 weeks. So I hope you have a speedy recovery, KD. Hope to see you wearing the Brooklyn Nets jersey back again. So I got those out of the way. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, today, for all my Utah Jazz, I live in Utah, Salt Lake City. We have a special game right now because right now at 7, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers playing against the Utah Jazz today at 7. Exactly right now. So we're just waiting for the presentation to start and get it started. So
Yes, we are. So I just want to make sure I correct that real quick. I want to say you meant to say Gareth Bell, no Gary Bell. So
whatever,
you say Gary
whatever his
Bell.
name is.
Gareth Bell, yes, retired at the age of 33 years old. Kind of unfortunate to see a lot of these players retire at such a. I feel like they still have a long way to their career. Maybe another 3 more years, I would say, But 33, several players have retired at that time. I wish it could have been a little bit better for him, a little bit longer. But he was injured too many times, too many injuries throughout his career, and I guess you can't really blame all that. It just,
Yeah.
to me, it's just unfortunate. Would have been nice to see him play a little bit longer, but it's
Mm-hmm.
it's done. Whatever is done, and he made a statement, put it on his IG, informing everybody that it's like a long message, and it sucks. It sucks that he has to retire such younger age. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like he still have maybe 3 years left on his career. It's time.
Yeah,
It's time for him
but
to. Oh,
we might feel like he have a 3 more years, but does his injury has 3 more years to give us? I personally don't think so. I think he did a right move of just uh basically just retire. I think like he needed his body to heal up properly, and this is the best time. I feel like he did accomplish a lot. He did get 5 Champions League trophies with Real Madrid, and he did participate on those. It's not like he was sitting on the bench or anything like that. So,
yeah, like one of my favorite memories from him actually. It was El Clásico against
mm-hmm,
Barcelona.
mm-hmm,
That winger pass, the winger pass that they actually on the wing when they passed the ball, and he went out of bounds and chased the ball down and scored the goal. Oh
mm,
man, that was definitely one of the most memorable ones for sure. Because I got to say that to me, that was like, damn, bro, you're quick as hell.
yeah,
Came back in but it's just unfortunate. I just at the end of the era with the Madrid, he was having a lot of problems with some of the coaches, so on, so on. And just unfortunately, his injuries had a lot to do with it. And hopefully, like whatever it was, I feel like it could have been better by him taking a little bit more extra time to himself. Probably just kind of taking some more time. And I get it. He probably was so anxious to get back to the field, and unfortunately, he
Yeah.
wasn't able to recover fully. So it sucks. It sucks because he also was one of the greatest players for the country, Wales, and he was like
Is he
the to me he
was he
was
the best player that ever came out of Wales
I
or just one
in my
of?
books, yeah, man, in my books he was, because
Mm.
just unfortunate his career was ended short. They didn't get past the second round on the qualifying round for the World Cup, and it's kind of tough to say you're gonna have another player like that. I don't know how long it's gonna take for you to have another player like himself from a small
Mhm.
country like that. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
But like I said, wish him the best. He has his reasons. Maybe he can really think about it, reconsider it, and try to see if he can actually want to come back to play for to what he actually loves to do. I still think that Garrett Bell could be a big potential overall with him coming back and be able to play. Just it would be nice. But it all depends on his injuries and so on, and
Yeah,
whatever
definitely.
whatever is. So on that book, well, good luck to him for the rest of it, whatever he has planned out. It's just unfortunate it
Definitely.
was had to retire soon.
Definitely. Good luck, Bell. I used to call you Vale because sometimes Vale es mierda or sometimes you were good.
see, that's
So,
see, that's a little cold, bro. That's just a little cold, the way you said it.
hey,
But I mean, like I
dude, but
say,
sometimes he fucked it up. Like,
it's a
I'm not saying that he
he's a
fucked it
human
up
being,
all
bro.
the
Like, you
time,
know what I mean?
but
He's a human being. He's a
so
human being, so everybody makes mistakes.
yeah,
Nobody's always perfect, you know what I
definitely,
mean? So,
definitely. But with changing the subject real quick, the Utah Jazz is about to start right now against Cleveland Cavaliers at 7 p.m. And I see a lot of people wearing the Donovan Mitchell jersey. So there's a lot of love given back to Donovan Mitchell right now. And they're playing a video right now.
oh man, I'm watching the
They're
video
honoring him
myself. Sorry, guys,
wearing
they're
the
honoring the
Denver
guy.
Nuggets. So,
Never know.
dude. Oh,
Sorry, guys. It's just
Oh, they're honoring him. Oh, that was my favorite dunk. So right now they're playing the dunk that he got a rebound of the Houston Rockets against the Houston Rockets, and he just dunked it on in front of posterized two other players at the same time. Yeah, he's definitely my favorite Jazz player, but unfortunately, he's no longer with the Jazz. Woo! Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we are taking our time on just seeing
sorry. Yeah,
the
sorry
video
about that,
as we
guys.
speak. It's amazing.
So we just wanted to
This
see that. I think me and Rafa talked about it before we start. We just kind of wanted to see what's going on. A lot of Jazz fans right now in the building at
Yeah,
Vivid Smart Home Arena
I'm
right
gonna
now. They're
put a.
actually
Oh yeah, here we go.
here. It goes.
Stand ovation. Thank you.
Ah,
Oh, let's go. Send an ovation.
yeah, I got the chills,
Everybody's
bro. I
clapping.
got the
Nobody's
chills. I
booing.
got the
I
chills.
fucking love it. I want to see 100 points from that dude today. You were saying,
Okay, guys, you.
did you mention it on the podcast or did you mention it before the podcast started
I
that he
mentioned it
was going
before
to
the
drop 50?
podcast.
Okay,
That I
go
feel
ahead
like
and
he might drop over 50 points. I do feel
okay.
like this guy is going to put in a show.
Mm.
He knows this court better than anybody. Remember, he's been here for 5 years in Utah. He spent 5 years of his career here. Uh,
Oh yeah,
I don't know
Ryan
how I
Smith
feel about it,
looking
man.
mad jealous right now.
Oh
He's like,
my god,
can't
look at that. He
believe I
said,
fucking traded him.
"Oh my god, man." I just,
Right now, he's hugging the fans. Or actually, I'm assuming
man.
that's his
I
sister
just,
and his mom.
sorry guys. I just can't tell you guys that like right now, just as a fan of, I'm a big fan of him. Definitely a big fan of Donovan Mitchell. It just gave me the chills right now, and just seeing that, like the
Shake it,
Jazz
shake
fans
it,
can
shake
be
it, shake
tough.
it, shake it.
Jazz
Yeah,
fans can be tough, but yeah, yeah, they can definitely be tough. And just want to see that
mhm.
presentation. And sorry that we took a little bit longer, but
It's
fortunately, the
okay.
Monty Show is actually
If
out there, right?
Yeah, the Monty Show is right now over there. There was a giveaway. Go ahead and follow the Monty Show on YouTube and on Spotify. You can actually listen to their audio after they uploaded their live section, and you can actually listen that they had like a giveaway, and one of the giveaways is taking a after they hit 10,000 subscribers, they took a fan to go to the Jazz game, and in specific, they choose this game for specifically. So right now, the Monty Show with their fans is right there right now watching the game. He even bought him a hoodie or bought something for, I'm not assuming a hoodie or a jersey. It was whatever you wanted. It was one item of whatever you wanted, so people can pick a hoodie or anything like that. Excuse me. Oh man, the heartburn is kicking in.
Oh my lord, bro!
That's
Why
gonna
did I
be my
tell you,
new
bro?
T-shirt
Yes,
display.
you need something. You need something
Like
different.
some flames up in my chest right here. Cause damn. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, make sure you tune in and watch the Jazz game after you tune into this show. I know it's a little too much to ask, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Just make sure before you
You-
go watch the Utah Jazz, leave the hit the like button before you go, and you can watch this episode a little bit later. But Erwin, on yesterday's episode, we were talking about Alaric getting into trouble and having uh, how better describe it. He got in trouble because he didn't want to do a test. You and the mother already communicated with him and sorted things out. And so, but one of the things you were commenting is how teachers were underpaid, and I think like that's a good segment to talk about on today's episode. Go ahead and elaborate a little bit more on why do you feel like the teachers are underpaid? Which, by the way, I do agree they're underpaid. Go ahead.
Uh, well, what can I start with? I feel like the education system, I think, is a very important key overall, especially now for the future generation of us. They're the generation that will be taking over for ourselves. Most of the people, most of the current teachers right now are about our age. They went to school for that. I feel like a lot of these teachers don't get enough credit, and especially not just because they don't. I don't feel like get paid enough. Sincerely, I feel like their salary is very harsh, um, especially after they have to go to school to try to get a degree for this, depending on what they're going to be teaching for. It's time consuming. And I said it before in the past for those people that, for those that actually, if you go tune in and you're one of them and a student that actually is going to university right now or college, it's tough. It's a tough situation because you have to pay semester plus semester. Most of these people with careers like this, and specifically teachers, they have to probably get like student loans out. And while they're still working, they're still going to be paying. So majority of their pay has to pay for the loans as well. And the other thing I want to mention too, everything that's been going on right now as well too. A lot of issues has been happening with school shootings and so on and things like that as well. It's alarming as well for them. Some of these teachers, they don't want to continue doing it because of the same reason. They don't feel like it's worth for them to risk their lives for what they're getting paid for. And some of them that I'm grateful, for example, from my son, his teacher, hands down, I had conversations with her. She is actually a really good teacher to my kid, and I appreciate her for doing that sincerely because
Yeah.
she is awesome. She's on top of it. It's just amazing to find teachers that dedicate themselves and actually put the time and effort and say, you know what? Like I said it yesterday, I'm going to repeat it again. My job is to teach your kid. My job is to make sure he learns. This is what I do. This is what I do.
Hmm.
This is what I do. Those kind of teachers, how I actually understand how about parenting. Yes, it is kind of concerning as a parent, that you're like, okay, my kid doesn't have any homework. But how many times have you guys or anybody has actually reached out to the teacher and asked him, hey, how come you have not leave any homework to my kid? Well, the year before, my kid was getting homework like crazy. It surprised me what she said. She said, it is my job and my duty to teach your kids, not
Hmm.
just the kids here, to make sure they learn and they consistently stay busy on what they're doing. An example for my kid, I'm going to use him as an
Yeah.
example. He has math classes, reading classes, takes a nap, and an art consistently the whole time. And that to me is a very clear. She said, my job is to make sure I teach him as much as I can. And I can tell you this, guys, my son is starting to work and improve on his reading from my end. Normally, when I'm doing something here with him, yesterday, if you guys tuned in, we were trying to help him to read something. He got a little shy and nervous.
Yeah,
I
because it's
told
the
him,
front
it's
of the
okay.
camera.
You know, I get that. But honestly, I think you had it pulled up right there. What was the salary
Yeah.
for?
So right here, what I have is by the Epic, sorry, the EPI EPI.org website, saying that inflation adjustments average weekly wages of teachers have been relatively flat since 1996. The average weekly
Jesus
wage
Christ.
of public school teachers, adjusted only for inflation, increased just 29 from 1996 to 2021, from $1,319 to 1,348. And dude, I'm sorry, but let's take a look here at this segue here. Why are teachers so underpaid? Teachers get paid so little because education is underfunded in the United States. This uh, equation, or yeah, equation has other factors, but this is the prime reason the professional group of teachers have not experienced a salary increase in quite so long time. And this is by Cipia.com. Now, it is a little satin. In my opinion, yes, I believe the teachers need to get paid way more. Is something very drastic that it sucks. I'm sorry. Like I feel like there's a lot of people who could be teachers, but they choose not to be teachers because they get so underpaid. And the people that do have that passion to become a teacher, and they're like, "Fuck it, I don't care about the wages. I'll just do something on the side." Um, they're the real heroes, you know. They're the ones who like helping the future of this nation get a better education, so we can be like the number one country in education. But unfortunately, we're not. We're not even near number one. Um, but yeah,
It's just unfortunate to say that, bro. Like right now when you were talking about the salary, you have me
mhm.
thinking, is this a base every other week, every 2 weeks they get paid that amount of money? It does. Honestly, guys, let's be sincere. This is the
Every
worst
two
part.
weeks, a
If
thousand
this
and
is
three hundred.
every 2 weeks, nowadays living costs, you're talking about making close to $2,700 a month,
Yeah.
which is correct now here in the state of Utah for $2,700 a month. That's pretty much like your mortgage now alone, normally.
If I can spell
And
right.
here's another thing too. Rafa brought up a good point. I feel like the problem is this generation. I'm a little concerned. I follow a couple people, and I don't ask you for the names. I'm gonna say follow a couple people on Instagram that actually he goes around New York City asking people with his phone, and where is the Panama River at? And people give you the worst answers ever. If it's 7 o'clock here right now, or if it's today is Friday, and what day is it in Mexico? Things the question they ask you like that. It makes you seem
Hmm.
like, okay, the education system is really messed up. It's really twisted. And it's unfortunate to say because now I feel like a lot of things have changed. And I feel like if when I was younger, I think I would have been more attention to more of school base. I would have kind of tried to get educated myself a little bit more in this
Yeah.
scenario. But I feel like it's just something that people need to realize that this is the generation coming out, and you're already complaining about some of this millenniums is what we call them nowadays, millenniums.
Hmm.
What did you expect? What did you
Yeah.
expect? Because there's a lot of ways that they're different now. The education system has to be, in overall, has to be priority. United States could be one of the best people with education, but guess what? We're not. Europe has a better opportunities, teaching a lot of stuff. Being knowledgeable. And I'm not saying it's everybody in the United States is going to be the same way. I'm just saying in general, you really have to consider that and think about you like, okay, what are we going to do different? What are we going to make things better? Some of these teachers, like I said, if this is what they get paid every 2 weeks, this is unbelievable. Because you don't. Here's another sad part. You don't even have to have a career to make that amount of money. You can make that amount of money in a week without having an actual degree. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy that you look at it that way? Somebody that actually went and educated themselves, and everything like that. Because, bro, I mean,
Yeah. I
teachers
mean,
honestly need respect for that.
he, yeah. And here's the thing, like, there's actually this video going around the internet about this kid literally walking out of class because the teacher kicked him out. And all he's saying is like, dude, please educate us. Don't just put a fucking movie in front of us and say that that's
Exactly.
teaching. Like, you gotta be paying attention. Like, this is the future right here in front of us. and you're just sitting in your ass not doing shit collecting a paycheck. So there's like two coins of this problem right here that I think that it needs to be fixed, but I also believe that the wages needs to increase. I'm sorry, but I'm looking here and I see how much is living expenses. According to the same 2020 BLS study, the average American monthly expenses
Oh
are
my God.
$5,111, which is about 73% of the average monthly income. This list of expenses coverage everything from housing, health insurance, food to entertainment, and personal care product. And you're telling me that the teachers barely got a bump to
That's ridiculous, bro.
1348 1300. Dude, how
So
can
you
the
went
teachers
from
make a living though? You see what I
so
mean?
let me make this what Rafa just said. From 1996 to 2021, it says it was 1,319
No, there was a $29
1,319
increase. That's it.
increase. Yeah, so $1,319. Now their average is
uh,
$1,348. If you guys make
okay,
the quick math,
they get paid weekly. It
but
says right
still,
here
bro,
weekly. It's not
that's
bi-weekly,
what I'm
it's weekly.
telling you. Okay, but here's the
That's
thing though. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
multiply that by 4.
Bro, you don't have to have a degree and you can make that amount of money. I'll tell you that for experience. I can tell you that because I've seen people doing that don't have a degree. Listen, I'm gonna be serious about this and I'm gonna be straightforward about this. And it's very disappointing. To me, is we really need to watch like our priorities. Our priorities
Mhm.
here, I think the most important thing is for the sake of our kids. Just like what Rafa was saying on that video. I agree with you, Rafa. The kid was trying to get
Yep.
educated. And here's the thing.
I was trying to find that
I agree
video
with the
too.
kid on one thing. I agree with the kid on one thing, and I agree with you on the same thing. Because what if this is like this? It's just like a everyday 9 to 5 job. There's gonna be a time in your job you're gonna be like, dude, why am I busting my ass for this shit? Why am I doing this shit? No, don't take no value. Of course you're gonna feel that same way. But there's some people, some teachers, and I put up for experience because like it's like this. You have your it's just like for example, whatever you decide to do for a living. You have your customers, if you're a customer service, whatever the hell you do, whatever you prefer,
Mhm.
you're like you tell yourself, I do this. I do this because I like my customers. These teachers prefer to stay at
Yeah.
their jobs to because they're like their students, they like to teach. Here's the thing is we need to get shit straight out here. And
Yeah.
honestly, there's some teachers that completely and no disrespect to nobody. They should not be doing this stuff because if you're gonna be like this video that Rafael has up right now, to me, I have a 50-50 vice versa. One, she just doesn't want to teach, or two, she just feels she's underpaid for what she's doing. And why am I gonna bust my ass for this? It's I can't tell you. It could be either or, you know? And
Might
then
add it on the
on top of
comment
that,
down below
huh?
for anybody who wants to search that video later on. And so there it is, guys. I post a
So
video.
so yeah, so based on that on that saying, for those teachers, if any of the teachers get a chance to hear this, I want to let you know that I do appreciate you guys for everything you do. Unfortunately, I wish things were a little bit
Yes.
different for you guys. I do, honestly, and then
And
not everything I said is bad.
correct. And this is what I agreed on. Not all the teachers are bad, and not all the teachers are
No,
good. And so this is just one example of one side of the coin, of the teachers being bad. But there's also another side of the coin where there's teachers that bust their ass. They have to get like a second job. If not, go ahead and watch the movie Freedom Riders. Freedom Rider is about a movie about a teacher. Sorry, it's not about a movie. It's a movie about a teacher that she has to get like a second job to educate these kids down in content and help the kids graduate. And she was able to help 30 students graduate from high school all the way to college. And so here's the thing though, in the movie you actually, I mean, I'm assuming that this is for, I guarantee you it's not for entertaining purposes, because I have seen myself in high school, teachers who have to get like a second job, maybe
yep,
work at a zoo, work somewhere else to get extra money so they can like apply that money for school supplies, whether it is for art classes, the color pencils, or different type of pencils or anything like that. So that for me is very sad that you have to get like a second job in order to provide that the school system is not providing you that. So for me, it's more of like the school system is failing, and that's what I have to say about uh, the school system. I mean, like we need changes, and if and listen, I want to take a different approach to this because yes, there will be 1,000 videos on YouTube or anywhere you look your media about what's the problem. But let's go
Right.
ahead and see what kind of solutions we can bring. Whether it's the right solution or not, we should bring some sort of solution because I feel like that's what a lot of people are a lot of these videos are lacking of. So,
I agree.
Erwin,
I agree.
what what do you think we should? What are one of the solutions that you you want to see happening?
So what I do want to see in this, in this scenario, um, and I'm gonna go on both sides, okay? Because a lot of people, nobody's always gonna agree with somebody. There's always gonna
Hmm.
be some judgment calls. There's always gonna be something about, oh no, I don't agree with you in this. I don't agree with you in that. Cool. Let me put in a scenario in this case. What I want to experience, like I want to take a minute to tell you about this. Like I said, you brought it up. We went to high school together. We saw
Yeah,
some of the teachers that we had in there. Great teachers.
yeah.
There
Some
was,
are
of course,
great, some are bad.
there's gonna be some teachers. Yeah, there's gonna be some teachers. I can't stand your ass. I can't stand your ass because, and then now that you think about it, like, you know what, they used to tell you, I'm doing this because I'm trying to look out for you. I'm trying to put pressure on you. I'm trying to do this. They don't have to do that. They don't have to do that. Maybe I don't know what the system works like. I don't know if the
Yeah.
students were not getting a certain amount of grades, something would happen. I don't know. But here's the one thing I'm gonna say. I'm gonna start with the bad part. If you're a
Hmm.
teacher and you have your issues and you don't like what you're doing anymore, do yourself a favor. And this is your do yourself a favor. You're affecting the youth, and you have your reasons for it. I can understand. I don't know what it could be, but you might want to bring that up to your attention. Say, you know what, this is not for me. And then there's the older ones as well too. That, like the guy on the video, like I said in the
Hmm.
story, it could be either or.
Yeah,
She's like, you know what, I don't get paid enough for this, or you know what, I don't really give a shit. So either
yeah.
or.
And
But
that
there's
sucks.
always that. Yeah, and it sucks because it affects it. Like he says it on the video. You're messing with the future of this country. And I agree with him because this is exactly what we're talking about. You're not going to learn by watching damn videos and movies. That's what you're there for, to teach. You're there to
These kids
teach
and you
something new
don't want to work. That I mean, when it's face to face.
when you're face to face.
315 complains about that the other constantly wasting time. Tell me what you're doing. Uh, at a white kids at a holy. What the fuck
Dude,
is
it's
that? What
just
he
let
said?
them watch the video. Yeah, he said a lot of
Yeah,
things.
go ahead
He
and watch
he
the video.
wasn't
I don't think this is the
watch the video
right
because he's reading.
closed caption for this.
No, so
I don't know if that's
that's
the
one
right
thing.
one, but
Here's the other one. The good
mm,
scenario that I see of a lot of teachers. First of all, depending on the levels of you're going to teach in school, to me, the lower it is, the harder it is. I feel like teaching kids, having them stay focused, having them do this, have to keep in touch, have to keep tabs on them consistently. The
mhm.
patience you have to have with these kids. That's the things that we don't think about that. And then when they get older, they get worse. They get mouthier. They're teenagers. They do whatever the hell they want. They get disrespected as well. And now here's another scenario. All these shootings has been going on. I don't know if you heard about this one, Rafa, but not too long ago. I don't know, remember what state. I think it was in Virginia. A 6-year-old shot a
Mhm.
teacher. You know what I mean? A
Yeah,
6-year-old
I haven't
shot a
heard that one.
teacher. Yeah. So what I'm saying is this: those good teachers, they're actually in there to try to communicate with you. And if there's any teenagers listening to this, you guys really put attention to this really quick. Appreciate what you have, because you know what? These guys are giving their time and their necessity to help you to be a better person for yourself. And they're actually time to put the effort to do that for you. Put attention in class. Do your damn homework. Do what you have to do. Do that for your own damn good. Because later on, you're going to be like, damn, that teacher was right. Damn, that was right. Fortunately for me, I'm not telling you I was the best
Mhm.
student. There was a lot of learning for me to still learn. I still want to continue to learn. I'm not perfect,
Yeah.
but I was grateful for all my teachers that I had. Every single teacher I had at the Taylorsville High School here in Utah, my high school that I went to, respectfully for all, I have much respect for all of them. Every
No,
single one, I
yeah.
had no problems with them at all. Everything, you know. And
Yeah.
I just want to say
So,
that, but
yeah,
let
dude,
me just
sorry to
finish
cut
saying
you
this.
off. You were
No,
saying it like
so,
three times. You
so
were saying it like three times, like nothing bad. So
no, it's
let
just
me No, I get it, bro. You get it. I get it. But
It's just
I
frustrating,
think
you
that
know.
it is frustrating. I totally understand. And the thing that worries me is that I have a girl screaming on the background.
We
Um,
heard her.
I know. Within 5 years, she got to go to school, and so that fucking terrified me. The school shootings. I am so sorry that that happens, but is I think that's more about mental health. And that could be another subject that we can have later on. But
See, but the whole mental health
but the
thing is just
thing
like we
is, dude, trust me. I guarantee you there was something wrong with that kid. Any kid who would start shooting the school, look back and see if there's any sort of mental health issue,
but what would a
any
6-year-old
sort of
have a
like
gun?
abuse. Dude, the ones who are like the parents don't fucking lock it up. You know what I mean? And
I,
so
I, I, nowadays, it's just a
it's a
whole shit
sensitive
show, bro.
subject for sure, but it's a subject that we can touch, and I'm not scared of touching that one. I just need
Not at
more
all.
information behind it. I just
I just
cannot
wanted.
talk out of my ass and about a subject that I don't have that information in front of me. If that makes sense,
It's not
I
like you're
need to have
talking out
like
of
other
your ass,
research.
bro. I don't feel like it's you're
No,
talking out of your ass. I just
yes,
feel like you
it,
have your own perspective, point of view. It's something that
it
you
is.
see in a point of view. You know what I mean? It's just
But
something a little bit
my
different.
point of
You know.
view will be just as simple as everybody's. There shouldn't be school shootings. Let's
I
all
agree.
get along. And
I agree.
so for me, like my answers are becoming more bland. Uh, Basically like chicken without seasoning. And for me, I gotta do this research in order to find out what seasoning can go with that chicken, if that makes sense.
No,
So if
it
for
makes
me,
sense. It makes sense on what you're
for
saying,
me
bro.
to talk about the shooting or stuff like that, I want to make sure like, okay, I need to do the research on like, hey, what was the mental health of that student? Have he had problems before? Did he show any aggressions? Were the parents there? What kind of parents does he have? And stuff like that. Like it, I go deep into this stuff in order to, I go deep into the research in order to find out what was behind it. Because the problem is like nowadays we can just get memorized by a headline and not read the whole title, the whole article, and just go off on on the subtitles alone. And sometimes the subtitles alone doesn't give you that information. It just says like, for giving you an example, eggs are killing you. Stop eating eggs. And then the article says, well, not all eggs. It's just this specific kind. This that it will be stopping pretty soon. Just don't buy your eggs from this and this. So you see what I mean? Like for me, I need to do the
Can,
research in order to talk about
can
that.
I just want to say something really quick as well too, bro. Like, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you from my personal experience
Hmm.
because it's concerning to me, and I want to make. I'm sure I'm not the only parent that's concerned. Yes, I'm a dad. I care for my kid.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a man. I care for my kid, and it's my responsibility. That's how it is. And I'm gonna bring this up really quick, and
Hmm.
it's something that is concerning to me. Back to the students, back to the teaching. This is my concern. I'm sure right now some of these teachers, eventually, everybody around the nation is going to get training to how to protect
Hmm.
themselves on situations like this were to happen at a school. But
Yeah.
here's my concern on one of the times, and this happened here in Utah. My son, his school is very close to a high school. Okay, he goes to
Hmm.
a school that's very close to a high school. There was a threat to the high school. There was going to be a shooting in the high school up
Shit.
in the where he was at.
Hmm.
Here's the thing: I get a text message, and I'm at work. I'm a 9 to 5 job, and this what really
Yeah.
kind of made me mad. And I control myself because I don't want to say nothing bad to the teachers or whoever answers. I don't even know if I consider them teachers or staff members. But
Hmm.
correct me if I'm wrong, Rafa, if you would have done the same thing. So this is what happened. I get a text message. It's like, hey, we still have an alert for there's a possibly shooting at this school. The students are inside, locked in there. So they're locked inside. Like I
Hmm.
said, the school from the high school to where my son is at is literally walking distance. I
Okay.
called. He answered. I am like, hey, I just want to make sure and see what's going on. I got a notification from the school saying that this is happening right now. I want to know if anything's happening with you guys. Her response really irritated me. First of all, the reason why it's like, well, that did not happen here at the schools. You don't. We're not doing any kind of drills about this. It's kind of far away from here. There's not. There shouldn't be no problem. You shouldn't be no worry at all. Not no worries at all. I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Hell the
I
fuck
told him like,
no.
you do know the school. Okay, let me finish. Let me finish. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. But you just say you don't have to worry about anything. You're down the street from this high school. They're locked down right now. And you're telling me that you guys have nothing going on right now. So you're telling me you guys can release them into recess. And the same time, you guys have no concerns at all whatsoever or anything at all like that. Yeah, you don't have to worry
Hmm.
about that. That's a different district. I don't care if it's a different district, is what you're not getting through your head. I want to make sure you guys are at least prepared for this. Oh, we'll find. It's just a hoax. It wasn't real. It was a hoax.
Don't
Okay, so
yeah,
that
that
concerns me
person was trying to
because it's like,
like, hey, I just
you know
want
what
to
I mean?
hang up the phone. Yeah, that's kind of fucking fucked up.
Dude,
Like, I would have picked up on kid. I would have been like,
you
no.
see what I'm saying?
I would have picked up on my kid. I'd be like, I'm
So
sorry, but this is really
that day, I
frustrating.
actually contacted him. Yeah, I went in there. I stayed around on there for a second just to make sure. I got off for work, and I ended up going to the school. And I'm like, listen,
Mm,
this is kind of this is the situation that I'm concerned about. You guys need to understand that this is not a joke anymore. At this point now, everything you can even take it as a game anymore because it's happening. Even if people
mhm.
playing around and stuff like that, you got to be prepared. I get it. It takes time for you to get educated for stuff like that. This is the kind of stuff that makes people believe, why are we taking these kids to school? Why are these
It-
teachers doing this? You know what I mean?
yeah, I
It's
think
I
this is a
get it.
good example that if you can record this shit, take it to the new call the reporters,
That'd be
call
great.
Salt Lake Tribune, because once you involve reporters and the
Oh,
reporters
bro,
get to know like, hey, they're not doing shit about it here, it's gonna be
it's
becoming
concerning,
headlines.
dude. It's concerning.
And
You know?
it is, and I think like I feel like part of the solution is exposing those schools who have either don't have a drill or don't have some sort of like respond to not just school shooting, but like, dude, like a fire drill or anything like that. And
Yeah.
it's basically saying like, so if the building goes on fire, what's the drill? Oh, we don't have that one. It's not gonna happen. It's like, motherfucker, you don't know if it's gonna happen or not. That's why you prepare for it. If there is one, it's kind of like, I feel like the schools need to have some sort of like a warrior mentality. Like, you prefer being a warrior at the farm and not a farmer at a fucking war. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? Like, you do
Yeah.
not want to
It
do
does.
that. And so for me, it's
No,
more like schools, number one, whether I think ever since like the first school shooting that I ever heard, I think back in Boston, there should be a coast to coast drill just in case it happened at that state, and not assume like, oh, that's just in Boston, or that's just in Florida, oh, that's just in Texas. Like, no, dude, it happened in United States. It's a
it's
country,
happening everywhere.
not
You know
like,
what's the crazy thing? It's happening. You
it's a
said it,
country, bro.
United States.
Yeah,
It's crazy, right? It's like,
yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you up, but it just you said that very clear.
Mhm.
How come it's just happening here? I mean, I'm sorry, maybe I'm ignorant, but I haven't heard anywhere around the world. But my focus is in the United States has been having these problems, and now, for example, I don't know about you, whenever I go out or something like that, I'm always looking around just in case. When you're kids, you have to look out for your kids because they're not used to it. They think everything is perfect, everything is wonderful. They're kids, man. Their imagination is not like that. You have to walk
Uh,
out
e-
alert. You have to look
Even
around.
on our
It's
20s, we used to think like that too. On our 20s, we
exactly
were thinking like
because we
we
didn't
were
see
invincible.
this shit, bro.
Nothing's gonna happen
We
to us.
Yeah, but we didn't see
And
things like they were
so,
like now, how they are going on right now. It's
mhm,
just you know what I mean? And like I said, I feel like, and this is why I go back to the scenario with the teachers. There's a lot of things that have been going on for them. A lot of new things they have to learn. They have to learn how to protect themselves. They not have to learn how to react to things like this. And some of them like, hey, I don't get paid enough for this. But then some of them like, dude, you're right. It's my life as well. It's my life. And then that what happened in Texas, the teachers sacrificed her life for those kids to be
yeah,
alive, and thanks to her, they're alive. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you really have to appreciate the education system in the United States. I don't know about the rest of the world, but my focus is here in the United States. I respect the teachers. I respect for what
Mm.
they do and everything they go based on that. I think they're great people. They are here to teach you,
Yeah.
and you got patience, and things like that. So I give them respect for that. So that's just to
Yeah,
me. They need
definitely.
to do
I
forgive
I
them.
think that the teachers deserve more. I believe that the teachers definitely deserve more. They should give us, I believe, a wage increase, drills on how to prevent that. I don't know. I personally feel like teachers should start carrying guns too, in my opinion. So in case that happens, they can defend themselves and defend the teachers. In my opinion, I mean, there's a lot of controversy behind it, where like, oh, like
Yeah.
gun is not an answer, but like, dude, if you call 911, there was an incident. I don't remember the previous school shooting where like there was a 911 call, and apparently there's a um is I apologize if it sounds like a conspiracy theory. I'm assuming it's not, but I have allegedly, the cops were called, but the cops didn't want to go in. They were waiting for the SWAT team while the people were getting shot inside of a school. There was parents were like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go get
Bro,
my
yeah.
kid."
I
People
think that was
like,
a Texas
you
one.
don't understand. Like as a parent, I don't give a fuck if I have a training or not. Like you give me your fucking piece, and I'll fucking go in there and try to get as many kids as possible out. Period.
It, it
I don't.
it wasn't a conspiracy actually, Rafa, because I actually that's how originally thing happened in
That's why I
Texas.
say
I think that's where
allegedly.
yeah, yeah, and
And
they were pissed. It was a border
yeah.
patrol who actually decided to go in there himself. A border patrol who
Mhm.
has nothing to do with this besides protect the border. That's all he had to do. A border patrol went inside, was getting a haircut, and he was the first one inside. For the records, that guy, the main charge, the what do you want to call it? The what do you call the top dog from the police? The what do you call him?
The chief,
Like you have your
the chief of police.
the the chief of police. People requested
Okay,
him to quit, and he quit because his dumbass
good.
fault. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it like that. You're a dumbass. That's your
Yeah,
training.
dude.
What the hell are you gonna wait for? 20, dude. That was the
Yeah,
stupidest shit
the
ever.
whole point. Listen, as a cop, the whole point is to
Bro,
protect and serve. It's in your fucking card. It's in your fucking name. Protect and serve. So go protect and serve, motherfuckers. Don't stay behind.
I
Like,
agree.
play some Call of Duty, if anything. Shit. Get some fucking skills, some perks.
So,
I don't
what
know
I
what
do
you
want to
need to
bring up to
do.
you, what before I forget,
But I'm not,
I
listen,
do.
hold on. I just want to point out, I'm not saying all cops are the same.
No, of course.
Just that group of cops who went in, who didn't want to go in. You're a coward.
Eh,
You should be fired. I'm sorry. If if you're not protecting and if you're not serving, you should be quitting. Period.
just
Like
a
at this
fact.
point, I wouldn't care about protocol. I would just do my best and go with
I
God
agree.
and do my
I
best.
agree. I agree. Here's
So.
one thing I do want to say. I want to kind of leave you at that, but the fact that to me what really surprising was the border patrol guy was getting a haircut, went to his truck, got his gun out, and actually was the first one in there. When
Hmm.
everybody else was waiting outside, when the guy, the kid, was actually walking around the school,
Hmm.
he was in there. All of this could have been avoided. All these little kids, little angels' lives could have been saved. All of them.
Yeah.
And it's sad and it's unfortunate because these kids didn't get to live their lives at such a
That's the
young age. They
saddest
got their
part.
lives taken away. And
Yeah,
and
dude.
honestly, like it might sound easy just to say about it. Okay, we protect and serve. Even if you
Hmm.
go in there, your responsibility. I personally would be like, okay, it's a kid's life. I live my
Yeah.
life. I live my life, and you having parents who have no
Uh,
practice at all whatsoever on anything like
dude,
this to protect their kids, that will do anything. So
listen.
that being said, on that
I,
point, it's just to me like it's just devastating, bro. It's just fucked
yeah.
up, and I'm sorry to say that it's frustrating and angry because you see the goddamn
Yeah.
videotapes from the fucking school,
And
and
for
I'm sorry, it
and for
makes me
me,
mad, bro.
it's kind of like, yo, we're not supposed to bury our kids. Our kids supposed to bury us.
Yes,
And the fact, like, as a parent, like I'm still saying my condolences to all those parents who lost their kids, whether it's a school shooting or unfortunately cancer or anything like that. We're not supposed to be burying our kids. Our kids should be burying us. And unfortunately, we live in this society, and I urge our audience to not be okay with it, to not let it be like, oh, this is just what happens in the United States.
Right.
Because it's not something that we should get used to. We should it's something that it needs to be. I'm sorry, this is what the government is for, to like demand the government to do something about it, not to keep your hands still and just play politician left and right. Fuck that.
Yeah.
You should ask in writing, like, hey, if I elect you, I need you to promise to do something about this, period. And so, but yeah, man, I know we're getting a little too emotional because we're parents,
No, and no,
and we
I
have
agree
all the
with you,
rights
Rafa.
to get emotional.
Of course, it's just like to me that to me was like a trigger that when I made that phone call, it made me feel very uncomfortable because telling your
Hmm.
kid that like he's my kid's 7 years old. You guys seen him in previous episodes. Me
Hmm.
telling him what to do in circumstances like that. Unfortunately, he listens. But do I want him to go through shit like this? Do I want him to actually be the one figuring out shit for himself? No,
Yeah.
because I feel like the system in this case is needs to be corrected. And I believe some of the schools are working on how to work with teachers on cases like this. What I did want to bring up, Rafa, was the fact that I don't know if I would feel comfortable having a teacher bringing a gun, but
Hmm.
what I would prefer is some states are actually already doing it, having an actual police officer doing it in school hours
Yep,
in those
I
buildings.
agree.
That's what I
Yeah, we
prefer to
used to
do
have a
because
cop in high school. I remember we used to have
we
a
did,
cop as a
we did,
volunteer.
we did have the cops, and then they have granite school
Yeah.
district, granite school district officers that are just
Hmm.
specifically for school. I would prefer that
I
a million times better, just because I would feel more comfortable. Because
Yeah.
in my head, let's just say this: something's going on with some of these students. They get pissed
Uh,
off. They find out where the
Here's
gun's at.
another one.
You know,
Um,
you know what I mean?
a friend of mine brought this up. We do have a lot of veterans who can't find jobs yet, and they do have training because they went in the military and they need a job. Guess
I
what?
agree.
This is a great opportunity to at least volunteer and add that to your resume. To
Even
like
even they, 'cause there's people that've done that in
they
different
will.
states, bro. People actually do it. They will
Yeah,
fucking do it. You know what I mean? They will actually do it. And
yeah,
like I said, it just I don't know, it just kind of that subject itself that you're talking about right now, it really kind of got to me just because just remembering these kids, it just puts myself in a situation. How would I
yeah.
feel? How would I feel if that
I
was
know I
my
didn't want to
kid,
bring anybody down with this topic. I'm so
No,
sorry, but
it's not bringing it's just
it
reality, bro. It's reality. It's a reality
that's
check.
the problem, though. It
Like
shouldn't be reality. You see what I
it
mean?
shouldn't. No,
It
yeah.
shouldn't. I'm sorry, but it
It's
shouldn't be reality. We shouldn't have that mentality. Well, this is what happens now. No, we shouldn't have. We should not
it
have
really
that
did get to me
mentality,
though.
and that's what I
I'll admit
urge
it.
our audience to
It
do.
got to me, bro. It got to me, and
Yeah,
like,
dude.
and just got frustrated. So, but like I said, I'm just things like
Listen,
this, teachers
th-
priority,
those are the
education.
solutions that we're bringing into the world right now via our podcast. You can have volunteer veterans. You can have. I'm assuming there's veterans that still want to protect our country. That they still want to have like um, what's it called? Help out. And this is one of the ways. You have cops. Like I was laughing a second ago because I remember the police officers at our high school brought their K9 dogs, and they were like teaching us how to behave in front of a canine dog. And I was in the middle. That canine dog sniffed everybody, and for some reason, he clipped my fucking balls, dude. He literally like fucking his nose right on my balls, and I was like, "Hey, buddy, hey, there's nothing to smell down there, buddy. I have no peanut butter down there, buddy." So that's why I
Are you
fucking
sure?
giggle because I was like,
You must
"Hey,
have
wait a
something he
minute."
was interested in. What were you carrying, huh? What were you packing, bro? What were you
Hey,
packing
bro,
on there?
I am packing shit. I,
Yeah, apparently you were because he got your attention real motherfucking quick. And it's not those kind of dogs. It's a
yo,
fucking German Shepherd too. I bet you. Like those motherfuckers are scary. Those canine fuckers are
fuck yeah,
scary
dude.
motherfuckers. They're fucking
Dude,
scary.
I would love to have a German Shepherd. I think they're fun
Me
as
too.
fuck. Not gonna lie.
Dude, me too. I love dogs, man. I think I'm an animal
At
person.
this point, I'm
Um,
not getting a dog. I think if we do end up getting a bigger place with a backyard, with a bigger backyard, I will have a dog. So that way it can help. So Milena knows how to be raised with the dog, you know? So, oh shit.
and
Oh
that'd be
shit.
crazy, bro. That would be crazy too. And
Mm.
I don't know, but well, you got something to say.
Well,
What do you got to say? Because you got something to say?
I do. We're in the
Okay,
second
because I know
quarter.
you were
The Utah Jazz
okay.
are winning 38-30. Donovan Mitchell. Let's go. Hey, listen, with all due respect to the Utah
I wasn't,
Jazz, but I want Donovan
man.
Mitchell
I'm
to
trying to
score
stay
like
focused here, bro. I'm
between
trying to stay
50 to
focused here.
100 points. 50 to 100 points. But I
Oh
want the score to
shit.
be 100 to 110. Utah Jazz winning. That's all I'm saying. Like I still want the Utah Jazz win, but I want the best for Donovan Mitchell.
Of course, of
So
course on that. And but yeah,
yeah,
though,
right now
back
they're
to the
on the second
topic.
quarter with 8 minutes and 30 seconds remaining, and they were evaluating if there was a goaltending or not. Apparently, they evaluated and it was ruled out to be a goaltending. Oh shit! What a layup. Let's go. Anyways, back to the teacher. Are we done with the teacher? I feel like
Yeah.
we had touched
So
a little bit.
what I'm gonna do
Uh,
today, and I actually want to bring it up to you, Rafa, and I want to put up in the
mhm,
show. What I want to do is I want to go ahead and create this the link once we get the audio out. I'm gonna go ahead and post this on a hashtag teachers underpay on the Twitter
mhm,
account. So if you feel like you feel comfortable with that, share that with your friends and family as well too. And if you know anybody, any teachers out there, share that with
yep,
us. It's gonna be hashtag underpaid teachers. That's definitely
definitely.
something that we're gonna see. And like I said, I can understand where you're coming from. I do respect what you guys do. It takes a lot of time, a lot of education for what you guys do. And honestly, you guys are the reasons for the future of this country. And I appreciate everything you guys done. And like I said, hopefully this is able to help you guys in a way. And it will be available on the Twitter account. I will go ahead and put that in. Me and Rafa will be tagged on that. So, like I said, hopefully
Yeah,
things get turned out for you guys specifically. Um, let's make everything possibly as we can. And like I said, it's just we I support you guys, and I can
yeah,
feel your frustration, and I can understand how frustrating it is. I don't feel like anybody that has an education like you guys should be required to have two jobs. Honestly,
yeah, or
you shouldn't be
more
required
than
to have
one.
two jobs.
Like you should be focusing on
Period.
teaching, and that's it.
So I mean, if
With that
that's your
said,
career,
yeah. And with that said, I do want to mention um, l- make sure you hit the like button, comment down below. This subject, this topic right here, we don't have to end it right here with this episode. If in the future something comes up with better information, let us know. Comment down below on the future episodes or share with your friends and family, especially with your teachers, and see if they have uh share if you have a friend who's a teacher, share with them and see if like
yeah,
if what solutions do they think they have that can make this school system better, um not just make the teachers better but also the education system. I think the
right.
education system is broken. I think like we need to educate a little bit better in other things. And so with that said, man, um I think I'm heated up, dude.
Yeah, I think we both are on
Like
that point, bro.
I'm like, yo,
I
this
think
is
it was a subject that I think if it hit the spot, I think it hit the
yeah.
spot, and I think it's a pretty good topic. I don't think I want to talk about anything else. I think this is a perfect focus to talk about
Mhm.
this for the respect for them that I have for them. I think it's perfect just to leave it with that, with them.
Yeah,
Um,
I
Hands
agree.
down, it was a good topic about that I wanted to bring that up. And Rafa brought that up off air earlier. We're talking about it, and I think we covered most of the stuff. And one last thing I do want to clarify on this is, I'm
Mhm,
speaking on all overall teachers, not just middle school, elementary. I'm talking
mhm.
overall, completely. Just because you decide to make a career for yourself. that's what you wanted. You went to school for it. I feel you deserve the best, and we should
Yeah.
appreciate you for that as well. So
And also, there I know there's several schools out there. If you continue want to be a teacher, after all this, go get your degree. I believe on it. Uh, I'm sure there's difference. I think WGU is one of the schools where they offer you a certificate or a bachelor or a master's degree becoming a teacher, and you don't have to pay that much in school. Just be careful when you search other schools. Don't fall for those schools like ITT Tech where they might not be credited and all your monies will be lost on that. So be careful out there. I know WGU is an accredited school and they can provide you with those teacher certificate as well. I'll I will actually link the website down below for their website. Is and you can actually see that there's bachelor degrees, master's degrees, and state license information for those comments. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this. Of course, it didn't fucking copy, motherfucker. I'm sorry, I got
it's
a new
another one.
keyboard and I'm getting used to this new keyboard, man, for some reason. But I posted the link down below. Go to that website if you're interested in becoming a teacher. Check their programs on bachelor degrees and master's degrees, and see what you like, and see if that's the right path for you. If not, check other schools. I mean, I'm definitely there. Like if you're in the state of Utah, I'm sure University of Utah or Salt Lake Community College, or but don't go for like some ITT tech company because most of them they go under and they're not accredited. Double check, make sure that they are accredited education system. And actually, I can share the website right now. So right here, this is all the bachelor degrees for in education. As you can see, you have a few selections here and a few selection as a bachelor degree and master's degree as well. So go to the website, find out what you like, and let you know. They're not paying me for this, by the way. I'm not doing any promo. I promise.
Yeah,
Sincere.
there's no problem. And then for those,
Not
another
yet.
thing too, for those actually that have people, friends that actually are teachers as we speak, and they're going to school to be teachers. Hey, man, don't let this, or don't let this turn you down. If that's what you want to do, you want to teach kids, you want to switch the future, go for it.
Mhm.
Just like I said, you just kind of want to look out for you and what you guys deserve, and your time and effort you guys put in here. It's a very big thing. So I appreciate that, and
Yeah.
keep doing what you guys doing, like Rafa said. And there's always opportunities for that. So what do you think, Rafa? Anything else you want to
Yeah.
bring up, buddy?
No, I think I'm good. Honestly, I feel like
Okay,
we should leave the podcast here. Just make it
okay,
about teachers and being
okay.
underpaid, school shootings, and basically solutions that we can bring up. We didn't bring that
Yeah,
many solutions. I feel like we didn't touch about that many solutions, but we're gonna leave it open. I want our
good.
audience. I want you, the listeners, to pitch in. Let us know what you think. Do you guys feel like this is a great solutions? Do you feel like it's not? All comments, all opinions are welcome here. I think like it's better if we all come together, write it all down, and it just present it to our major, present it to our governor, and say, "Hey, while you guys are sitting in your ass debating back and forth, here's the solutions that we come up with. Let us and and see and let the debate start. See if that works. See if
Right,
that doesn't work, and go from there."
right. So yeah, and then like I said, I'm gonna bring it back again, guys. So I'm gonna, after this, once we upload the actual audio, we're gonna start a trend. We'd like you guys to help us. It's underpaid teachers. We're gonna put on Twitter. Go ahead and share that with people, and then you guys more feel welcome to listen to the podcast. Like Rafa said, that was just kind of our own personal opinion. What we had to say on that. without further ado, though, I think we're gonna leave it off at this time. We're gonna cut a little bit short today,
Yep.
but then again,
That
share,
outro
like, and
song is already kicking in.
it's already
That
kicking
outro
in. So
song is
just
already kicking in. So,
appreciate you guys being
everyone,
here for another
without
day.
further
So
ado,
it's
let's go
time for
ahead
us to
and
go. And like I said, it's just thank you guys for joining us. Please go ahead and like and share the video. And like I said, the trend will be on later tonight. We'll have everything ready. And I will be tagging Rafael. Our Twitter accounts is right below here. For the audio here for Rafael is Rafael 21 99 66 99. And mine is underscore 10 underscore forever. So follow that trend. It's going to be underpaid teachers. And like I said, we're here for you guys. And, come back to another episode with us here. And if you have any other options you want to talk about, any other topics, let us know. Other than that, have a good night. Stay safe.
And thank you so much for tuning in another episode of Talking with Rafael. On today's episode, we talk about teachers being underpaid and school shootings and so much more. But make sure you hit the like button and comment down below. Let us know what you think about it, and let us know if and share it with your friends and family. Let us know if those solutions work for you. If not, let us know why. Let us know what other solutions you can bring up to the conversation, and we can have like a debate about it. But until next time, peace. Thank you so